All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Aleksander Misk-ovic. He is the CEO of Terra Balcanica Resources. And Aleksander, good to see you again. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. I'm doing very well. Greetings to you and your viewers from Montreal.
Yeah, we've got lots of stuff to talk about. It's been a very busy time over the last little while for the company. Let's begin with a drilling update, because I know that you've been working quite hard on the drills. You've got a phase 1, a phase 2 program. So tell me about project itself, and then tell me about the drilling programs.
Of course. So last time we spoke was July of 2022. We've just listed. And obviously, since then, we've conducted 2 phases of drilling, exploration drilling, after about a year and a half of targeting in Bosnia. So our flagship project, Viogor-Zanik, yielded 3 targets, 2 of which have been significantly advanced. So since the last time we spoke, we have drilled about 3,500 meters of drilling, primarily focused on a polymetallic silver-dominated target called Chumavichi, and then a secondary target called Brezani. Brezani is a multi-domain skarn porphyry target that has recently yielded some interesting things as well. But very briefly about Chumavichi, which is our baby in a sense, very high-grade silver-dominated intercepts, average grade between 500 and 600 grams per ton silver equivalent, over widths of about 5 to 10 meters. We are currently in the process of defining the strike length of this target. There are multiple targets defined along 7.2 kilometer long corridor, and we have basically just scratched the surface over there. So right now, in terms of de-risking the project, that's de-risked from a geological standpoint. Terra Balcanica is in the process of just continuing to drill this body, add the very critical ounces and tons to the model, and then hopefully within the next year and a half or 2 years, reach the point where we declare preliminary mineral resource.
Yeah. So the next set of drilling, will it be designed to be more sort of spaced together or more wide apart? Or you're still looking at potentially looking at step out holes? How are you going to work on the next drilling program?
Very much so. So within the primary sub-target called Chumavichi Ridge, last year we made quite a significant 650-meter step out towards northwest, because we had historical evidence that that area was targeted by the Yugoslavs back in the 80s. Lo and behold, we've confirmed mineralization exists, and now it's just a matter of closing the gap right there. In addition to Chumavichi Ridge, we have Seoce, Čumurnica, Jočeva, 3 other targets, which, except for Jočeva, we haven't even looked at yet. But all indications say to us that they contain significant mineralization in terms of silver as well. So yes, phase 3 drilling in Chumavichi will basically be defining those targets we haven't checked yet, and then closing the gap of Chumavichi Ridge.
Okay, well, that's the update there. Also, I want to get an update on what's going on in uranium, because you've taken a step into the Athabasca Basin in Saskatchewan. So tell me a little bit about that exciting news.
Yes, so back in December and January of this year, quite coincidentally, we came across a portfolio of very interesting uranium exploration licenses on the outskirts of world-famous Athabasca Basin in northern Saskatchewan. And, I'm a geologist myself. I took a preliminary glance over the portfolio and then a bit of a deep dive. And the more I looked, the more I liked it. So it was almost, given that we want to take advantage of this opportunity, considering the recent, uranium bullish sense that is out there. And obviously worked very closely with our partners from Fulcrum Metals PLC, with whom we have entered into a letter of intent to exercise option to acquire 100% of a 600 square kilometer portfolio of licenses, primarily on the northern edge of Athabasca, but also there's 1 cluster of licenses to the southeast. So what we would be targeting there, Steve, is primarily Beaver Lodge style and basement style uranium mineralization. So we are sitting on the outskirts of the basin itself. Recently, there's been a flurry of activity in the Uranium District, Uranium City District in the northwestern part of Athabasca Basin, where we have our flagship property called Charlotte Neely Lake. And the idea there is really to, after signing the definitive agreement, subsequent to the current raise cash sometime in the summer and execute a drill targeting exercise, which is probably going to consist of airborne geophysics. So that's electromagnetic and gamma ray survey, followed up by maybe a month and a half of ground truthing and ranking the targets from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. And then first chance we get drill those targets. So that's the plan for Athabasca Basin. Very excited about that. I mean, I don't want to expand further, but in addition to uranium potential, there's also shear hosted gold, VMS, nickel, copper, a whole bunch of things. I mean, the portfolio is 600 square kilometers large.
Yeah, there's a lot there for sure. There's a lot to go over for sure. And it sounds like, Alex, that you'll be producing a lot of news over the next few months as well. It's going to be a busy time for the company.
That's correct. So I'm very excited. We are looking forward to quite a robust, intense news release stream over the course of next 2-3 months, to work in conjunction with all the plans we have for Serbia and Bosnia. So yes, I'm quite excited about that. We've been very strategic how we release the news right now, but you know, in the current setting, I think with gold riding high and silver as well, I think it's time to release those results and try to reap some benefits from it.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. Aleksander, thank you so much. Good to see you again. Good to catch up with you. And we look forward to continuing to follow your story. Okay.
I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you very much, Steve.
All right. There is Aleksander Misk-ovic. He is the CEO of Terra Balcanica Resources.